And welcome back to the We'll Take It From Here podcast. Another week, another episode. However, first, we are going to bring you our show's sponsor, because this episode is brought to you by Honest Supplements. Now, Joe, what's Honest Supplements? Well, let me tell you. In a world that is plagued by new illness outbreak every other day, it's important to keep your body performing at its best with the right vitamins and supplements. However, these products can get expensive, especially with rising prices all around us. Honest Supplements has resolved that problem. They mark up all products by just $1, saving their members an average of 50% per product. Yes, that means that the protein you're paying $60 for is only $30 on their website. They have everything from vitamins, sports supplements, recovery, weight loss, CBD, and so much more. It costs just $10 a month or $99 for the entire year to join the Honest Supplements Club. Timmy and I are both members and can advocate for the amount of money that you will save. And do we also mention that all products are third-party lab tested? Because that's the only true way to prove vitamins and supplements actually contain the ingredients that they claim. Don't wait. Go to Honest Supplements right now to join today and start taking better care of your health. And it's right. If you train jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, or just in the gym, you better be taking Honest Supplements. So go to their website, guys. All right. Now it's time for the show. Back, folks. So we'll take it from here with Joe and Timmy, episode 180. I'm laughing because you were looking at the camera premeditated.
Prematurely?
Yeah,
it happens.
Premeditated. Welcome back, folks. You listen to a show, the goal to, make you think, entertain you. And that's the show because we don't know what the fuck we're talking about today. No, we were supposed to have another guest on. Something came up. He couldn't come. No worries. He actually had a really cool story, and I was really looking forward to hearing it again, hearing it in more detail, and actually was really pumped for you guys to hear it as well. But do not worry, we will get him back on. So now we just got to do what we do best, which is ramble.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
This is why we're together.
Yeah. Sorry, honey.
Yeah. Sorry, honey. All right, anyway, horrible joke, dude. Jill, you get it? All right, I'll go fuck myself.
I didn't hear you say it, so.
Oh, I said, sorry, honey. I looked at my hand.
Oh.
Okay.
I heard you say honey. I didn't notice you looked at your hand.
It's
Friday, everyone.
It's Friday, dude. It's beautiful out.
Yeah, it's
dude.
nice.
I can't wait. I might go to
I got
the
no
pool
sleeves on for a reason.
Dude,
you should go to the pool.
I should go
Take
to
the boat out,
tomorrow.
man.
What's up?
Take the boat out.
I should take
Is
the
it in the
boat
water?
out. It is in the water, yeah.
This is the day to do it.
How about Sunday? Is it supposed to be nice on Sunday?
I think tomorrow is, I don't know.
No, tomorrow I got my...
Tomorrow I think it was rain.
Dude, what the fuck's up with this weather? All right, we're not going to talk about the weather.
I don't know. Yeah, but supposedly 80 is going to be open this weekend.
Excuse me?
Route 80. Sinkhole. It's going to be open. Supposedly. All lanes.
That's some big shit.
Yeah. So eastbound was open last week.
Yeah.
End of last week. Yeah, I think it was end of last week. And that's been a lifesaver for me. Thank you. Finally get it done. But westbound is not, and that's still causing traffic. But supposedly it's open. It's either going to be open this weekend or sometime next week. So
okay.
Fingers crossed. That means I'm back in the office full time now.
Yo, damn, let's go.
I'm excited.
Weren't you back in the fucking office?
Yeah, but then they allowed us up to 4 hours every day for telework to deal with the commuter traffic, which makes no fucking sense. Like, the logic there is just stupid.
Dude, I feel like a lot of these, bigger entities think they're doing smart things, and they're really not.
It's big corporations. That's all they do.
Yeah.
We solved the issue. No, you didn't. You just did something.
You did something.
You did something. It wasn't. There was no logic behind it. Well, whatever. It is what it is.
All good. So, fun fact. This is the best fact you're gonna hear all day. I got into Formula One.
Did you? That's a great fact,
dude. I know Phil.
That's
likes
a fantastic
it, right?
fact.
Do you watch Formula One?
No, but I've heard.
It's so much fun.
I've watched it growing up. I don't watch sports. Like the biggest thing I used to watch back in the day. So I played lacrosse in high school, and my family would go to the NCAA lacrosse finals every Memorial Day weekend. It was a 3-day event. It was semifinals on Saturday, finals for D3 and D2 on Sunday, and then Monday was finals for D1. So it was a whole long weekend. So
was
I did
it
that.
like Cornell versus Syracuse?
I think so.
I know my
My high school lacrosse coach, one of his sons was competing, and
Oh,
was
shit.
like the highest scoring person for the game.
That's actually
in the
pretty
season.
dope.
Shout out to Coach Kirst, R.I.P. He's got
R.I.P.
5 sons, I think, and they were all. I think the first one got signed senior year, and the rest of them got signed to like freshman, sophomore year of high school for college.
That's wild.
Like they're all that good.
That's an
He was a
athletic family.
D1 goalie at Rutgers.
No shit.
Yeah. So that's the only sports I ever watched.
Dude, can you sit down for an hour and a half straight at most with no commercials to watch a race? If you can, then watch F1.
Dude, I was having this issue today. Today was my day off. I have off every other Friday. Today was my day off. I was like, my back's bothering me. So like, I can't go and do the chores around the house that I want to do. And I'm like sitting there watching TV, and then like, I can't sit down because it bothers my back. So I have to lay down. If I lay down, I'm napping. So I would sit there for like 20 minutes and like, I'm not tired, so I'm not napping. So I get up and go like putz around outside for a little bit with the dogs. And I'm like, all right, let me go chill for a little. I can't sit and do nothing. I can't do it.
Why do you think that is?
It's just my personality. I got ADD for a reason. My brain's always going 1,000%.
Can you not relax ever?
I have to be tired.
Okay.
I have to be worn out. I have to earn my rest.
How do you earn your rest on your day off?
Getting shit done around the house.
Do you find projects to do, or do you have projects that are quote unquote never ending, as most homeowners always complain about?
Both.
Both. Okay.
Because like my tenant texted me like, "Oh, we got ants everywhere." I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do. That's not my problem. I didn't like.
Yeah.
To
keep your fucking house
there's
clean.
no fuck. Yeah. So I was like, I'll go check it out if you want. So like that popped off. The other week I had a silicone seam for the tub, and the tile failed, and I was getting water, so I had to go fix that. So those are things that randomly happen. And then there's just other things that I'm just like tightening up the shit in the yard that I left out, getting stuff all set up for the springtime for the patio and all that.
Nice. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, been detailing the cars the last couple of weeks.
I got to get my car. You know what? I got to.
I was thinking about this today when I was cleaning up the garage. You coming over? We're detailing your car. I'm gonna
Yes.
walk you through it all.
I know how to detail.
Oh yeah, didn't you?
I used to detail my brother.
Well,
but no, I appreciate like you probably have like high tech.
I have
shit.
all the shit.
Okay,
I dropped $1,000 on a pressure washer system.
Okay, so I've never used. So you will have to.
That's
just use
super
the
easy.
best
Yeah,
one.
that's easy. And then I just started. I did my fit in ceramic coat. Dude, the thing looks like it's always wet.
Dude,
like fresh paint. And my paint on my fit is terrible. It looks like it's shit. But if you look at it right now, it looks phenomenal.
So what I used to like, because the type of detailing we used to do would be all hand wash, and then you would dry it, and then do the bug and tar, take that off, then do the wax, take that off, then do the tires and interior, all that shit. Like I remember doing that. I was in fucking 8th grade. My brother started a business.
I forgot you did that for a second.
Yeah, dude. I was making money for like being fucking 14. It was pretty.
It's
sick.
a great. I mean, Maurizio started off his business doing that too. It's a great business to start off doing.
Think about it. No one wants to fucking wash their goddamn car. And
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. And like, dude, like, bro, you go to a car wash. Mm-hmm. If you just do the outside, you're probably walking away before tip. If you want to give them tip, $20, right?
Yeah.
$25. If you do the full thing, that shit goes up to $62.
Yeah.
That's a lot for what you can do on your own.
Yeah.
But why will I do it? Because I don't want to take the time to wash the car.
Yeah.
It's like
the problem is car washes really abuse the paint.
Yeah.
You put a lot of scratches and stuff into it.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. This is a bad thing. I should. That's the sun going down. Never mind.
It's a little cloudy right now.
It's a little cloudy,
they're spraying those chemtrails.
Yeah, damn straight they are. You know what's weird? And it's a bad mentality. But, like, I should just either wash my car routinely or get it washed, right? Like, I've had it in the back. It's funny you brought this up because I've had it in the back of my mind. I need to get my car washed, right? I should just do it because if I had a quote-unquote, look, I'm fine with my car, right? It's not my ideal car, right? But like, if I had my ideal car, that like, flashy car, I would take care of that so much. And I did in the past. When I did, I would always get it washed. Mm-hmm. It's weird how the mentality is when I have a car that I don't really like. I like it, but I don't really care about it. Mm-hmm. I don't wash it as much. It's like, that's a bad mentality. I should just wash it because.
Yeah, you should just stay on top of it.
Stay on top
It's
of
a
it.
maintenance thing.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it all the time, but every like month or so.
Yeah,
6 weeks.
Yeah.
You know,
Be proud of it.
just don't let the shit. Because what happens is like my Tundra, the clear coat on my the bed cap. It's a thing that goes on top of the bed. It's a like enclosed, like people use for camping and whatnot. My truck came with it. The clear coat on that's starting to fail, so I'm getting a quote on fixing it. So if you maintain keeping your paint clean and having wax on it, you protect the clear coat.
Yeah.
So your paint's gonna last a long time.
Dude, I think it was just with me with this car. I was just getting fed up with all the changes I had to do on it.
With that AC
Did
shit.
I ever end up? Oh, I did end
Yeah.
up telling you what happened, right? I didn't even need to do anything. Oh, God.
Yeah.
That would have been horrible.
Good times. Yeah, you called me freaking out like, what the fuck did I do? Good times.
Fuck.
Yeah, man.
So-
All right, so you're going to come over. I got all this shit. We're going to ceramic coat your car. And then basically every time it rains, ceramic. So, you know, like ceramic on the, like, think of it like Teflon on pans. It's the same thing. It's the newest thing now. So there was like, clay bar was the big thing in like early 2000s came out. And that was like the bug and tar remover. Instead of doing that, use clay with spray wax. I just use soap water. It's the easiest. And that pulls all the bugs and shit off the paint. And then you can polish and wax. So then waxes came out. And then sealants came out. And now they have ceramic coating. It's not cheap, but like, dude, I'm not joking. It rained. I didn't have my wipers on. The rain was just coming right off. It's better than Rain X, but it's for the paint. And you can use it on windows too.
What? How much is it going to cost?
I got the McGuire's and I did the fit, and I only used about a third of the bottle. It was $67 on Amazon.
God damn.
So there's a whole bunch of different brands and stuff out there. So they go as cheap as like $30 and up to like $250.
Oh, I thought we were actually. Wait. So do I not understand what ceramic coating is?
It's a little vial, and then you put it on an applicator pad and a couple of drops and spray it and rub it on.
Okay, I don't understand what ceramic coating is.
What would you think it was?
Whatever you're doing with that cool ass military design, like not military design. That's not whatever you're doing on your Tundra on the fucking panels.
That's vinyl wrapping.
Oh, I thought that was like ceramic wrap.
Yeah, no, that's vinyl wrap.
Okay.
Yeah, I vinyl wrapped my bumpers and a couple other things, door handles and stuff in black camo.
I don't know as much as cars that I thought I did. Anyway.
Yeah, so that's vinyl wrapping. That's an actual physical thing that goes over top of it. It's a film.
Yeah.
There's clear bra, which is just a clear version of that. That protects the paint and all that, but you still see the paint underneath. And then there's vinyl wrapping, which is you can get any color you want. They have so much stuff out there, and that you can change your car, the color of your car and bumpers or whatever.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah, because my truck had chrome, and I fucking hate chrome. Why is chrome still a thing? It's not the fucking 50s anymore. No one cares about chrome. Chrome fails, and you can't, like, it. And the chrome now isn't like the bumpers were metal, so there's chrome coating, but my door handles are plastic, but they had chrome covers, which was plastic, and they failed. You can't polish that. It's just it's painted. It's chrome painted plastic.
Fuck.
So it's garbage.
That's
ceramic coating. It's like it's a chemical you put it on over the paint.
Okay.
So it's like it's a more sophisticated wax.
Yeah, that makes sense. So
you ceramic coat and then you can wax on top too.
It makes it on top. Yeah. I'm thinking about it. Don, a buddy of mine,
Oh.
Break Free Detailing.
There you go.
Shout out, Break Free Detailing. If you're in Warren County, is like west, like Byram, Warren County, or is that still worse?
No, that's just on the next
Sussex.
I don't know.
If you're in Sussex County or Warren County,
If you're by Byram,
he doesn't live in Byram, but if you're by Byram and you need quality car and truck detailing, hit up my boy Don Shoemaker Jr., who actually started the show with me. Break Free Detailing on Instagram. Hit him up. He's back in business, so
good for him.
yeah. Here's a question I have for you that actually I was thinking about beforehand. Random.
Hopefully you didn't hurt yourself.
Oh, I hurt myself really badly. I didn't even know what
use that
ceramic
joke all the
coating
time.
was. You notice how you always make a funny joke, and then instead of letting it go, you just go, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, dude, it's a funny joke.
I cannot myself.
I love it. What is the biggest lesson you learned in this past decade?
Decade.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to say life. Or you know what? It can be anywhere from 5 years to a decade.
I'd say that's 5 years. Decade's a long time, right? So, like,
How long is it?
how long is a decade? 10?
No, I know.
Okay.
I'm making sure you do. I know how long a decade is.
Okay.
I was trying to catch
Okay,
it.
Joe, thank you. Well, you did something last time. It's usually me saying we're on episode 6,000.
Yeah.
There was something last week that the math was just not mathing. It was a couple weeks ago.
What did I do? Something.
I don't remember.
I fucked up the math really bad.
I forget what it was.
I
Anyway.
think it was on episode 320. Anyway.
Yeah. So, I'm not avoiding the question. I think I have an answer. But I'm saying a decade's a long time. And I feel like as far as, like, life cycles, like there's decades of your life that is big transitions. But, like, so, like, from the age of, I think, like, between 7 and 8 years, 5 and 9 years is kind of a weird grouping of how things break down in, like, the cycles of your life. Like, 1 through 5, you're a toddler. And then 5 through 9, 10, whatever, you're a child, right? Mm-hmm. Whatever the term is you want. And then you have the teenage years, the young teenage years, and then it's the old teenage years. So they're like 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. You're an adult, but you're doing kid shit still. Like, you're just thinking stupid, but you're an adult at that point, right? And then there's, like, your mid-20s, from, like, 22, 23 to, like, 27, 28, 29, where, like, that's where, like, oh, maybe I should think through my decisions and think through before I just pull the trigger on dumb shit. And then there's, like, okay, 29, 30, 31, 32, 35, 6, whatever. So it's, like, the decade is a really big like, span of a life to pull lessons from. So I think, like, a good 5 to 8 years is kind of where I feel like people's lives adjust. Mm-hmm. Maturity happens in those cycles. So we'll say the last 5 years.
Okay. And you're 35.
I'll be 35 in 5 weeks.
Okay.
All right. So I think looking back on the last 5 years, it's been a lot of blessings and a lot of fucking hard work and lessons learned. I think the big takeaway from the last 5 years is really figure out what you want and go after that. And in the process of going after that, know in your heart and in your soul that going after that is not going to be easy. Even if it's handed to you, there's going to be things that are going to step in the way and make it seem like maybe I don't want this, or maybe I shouldn't get this, or I don't deserve this, or it's never going to happen. It's going to not be a direct path, whatever that means. It could be a quick zigzag. It could be takes you 6 years to get where you want, but, like, figure out the thing that you actually want in life, and not like, I want this Ferrari. It's like, no, I want to be financially stable where I can have a car I enjoy on the weekend, or I want to be able to get the point where I have a boat, or whatever the case may be, you know? Like, truly understand the things that you're going towards and not just keep moving like, okay, well, I need to get my car fixed. Okay, and well, I got the car fixed, then, well, maybe I don't get the car fixed. I get traded in and I got this, and then you end up with a car that you never actually wanted, but you needed a new car. And, like, next thing you know, like, you're 16 steps away from the path you want to be on because you weren't focused on the thing you actually want. Did I explain that well?
Very well.
Okay.
How did you come to that realization?
That's a good question. I think so. Like, the house I have now, it's 2-family and renting and all that, and that was an idea. I was never like hard set on this is what I'm doing, and I'm glad I went down that path. But in Italy, like, just thinking about finances and all that and where things are at in life, it's like, oh, okay, I'm glad I did this. Like, this was a good 5 years of my life, that 5 to 7 year cycle. Now we're transitioning, and it's going to take a while. I think during that process, it was like, this is something I needed to do, but that's not where I want to go to. Like, that's not my goal. That is just a checkpoint, or it's like a not a detour, but it's something I had to pass along.
A journey.
It's
a
part
chapter.
It's part of the process to get to where I want to go. So I think during all these process, like during getting the house I have now, I had to fucking sue. And then I had to do a full gut renovation. I had to argue with the fucking town because the town people are the biggest assholes ever. And, like, you can have 5 conversations with them, they'll give you 6 answers. Like, it makes no sense. It's like, I just want to do the thing that you want me to do. What the fuck do you want me to do? I don't know.
That's
it's so fucking annoying. But like my point is like it's a headache. It's a process. You have to go through the grind. Like and getting your black belt in jiu-jitsu, it's a fucking grind. It's years of practice. And even if you're like a BJ Penn, what was it, 4 years he got his black belt? Like even if it's 4 years, you're still going through the fucking grind, even if it is fast.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why we always talk about this too, but how we have a kinship with all the people from our gym. It's because you're going through the same process. And like at the checkpoint, you see even though it's like long-term growth, you see it. And like you always like, I don't think anyone actually like often sits back and think about when they started, but it's in the back of your mind and you realize how far you've come. Even if it feels like you haven't gotten good in the last month or whatever the case may be, you realize how far you've come. So that is the lessons you learn, that it takes time and persistence and determination and keeping the goal in mind, keeping the path forward. I mean, we always talk about mindset on here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is, it's in the same environment as that expression is the mindset, right? It's keep your goal in mind. It's have the mindset of this is where I'm going,
mm-hmm.
right? It's the same thing we preach all the time.
100%. You said something interesting, so thanks for sharing that. That was good. That's deep. You said something interesting. You said when you're on the path, even if something happens where it may seem like that's not the path you're supposed to be taking, you keep going. Did I say that correctly?
Yeah, something along those lines. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think is that thing that tries to stop you?
So I'm gonna take like a sidestep into a different direction with this. So it's like your goals, right? I think the one thing that doesn't get talked about as much is like we talk about goals and like I want the house, but it's like the emotional maturity of like growing past traumas or experiences or whatever the case may be. Like I don't know what kind of Instagram reel it was, whether it was like a therapist or a spiritual thing, but it was when you're trying to emotionally mature and go call it the next phase. You're presented with tests, and I don't know if it's God, religion, fate, universe, whatever, but you're tested. Are you actually ready to move on? And it's like you get taught lessons in school, and then you have the big test to see, are you ready to move on past this lesson? Here's the test. And the test isn't easy. It's always harder than what the lesson was during class, right? And I feel like that's very true in life. Where, okay, like I'm sick of dealing with me snapping at people or fucking being cranky all the time. And they're like, okay, well, you get to the point you're practicing, you're getting really good. And the next thing you know, then this 1 week, just everyone's just being like pissing you off and doing things that really should justifiably set you off. But you know in your heart of hearts, like, yeah, I think everyone would understand why I'm set off from this. But that doesn't mean it's the right answer. So let me work on not snapping. And if you weren't ready to move to your next chapter in life, you just go back to your old ways and just snap or whatever the case may be, get upset, pissed off, frustrated, where that growth is through the gauntlet, the fire, going through the shit of, I'm getting handed every fucking left, right, center, someone doing something that would set me off. And am I going to step up to the moment or not?
Okay. To evolve.
To evolve, yeah.
Okay.
So
cool.
I think that the growth comes from being tested.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I think the key takeaway before you have a comment is God presents you, universe, whatever you want to believe, presents you with the test. And you may not think you're ready, or you may not be ready, or whatever the case is. You may not even recognize what it is. But when life's hitting you with a bunch of shit, it's a test. And it's, are you ready to move on? Are you ready to grow? Are you ready to go to the next chapter and be better? Go to the push to the next volume of your life and chapter.
Interesting.
What's your thoughts?
I agree with most of it, with the exception of one thing. And there's no right or wrong here. Mm-hmm. It's life is perception.
Yeah.
What your truth and my truth may be.
I agree. I agree with that too.
I think yes, there is. I don't view them as tests, but they definitely come up because it's your past perceptions that are the most dominant in you. So when you start to change, those come up because they have to play out somewhere before you're ready to move on. Most people view that. This is my opinion, by the way. Most people view them as tests, but they're not necessarily tests. They're just dying out old story. But the test is if you don't recognize that and fall back into it, they become your dominant beliefs again. Same concept. I just don't think something's testing us. I think it's just us now evolving, like you said, because you're like, oh, wait, that's not, or I don't want to be like this anymore, or that's the old me. Now this is the new me. This is how I'm going to react. And then you start to build that belief. But I like what you said.
I think we're saying the same
we're
thing.
saying the same exact
It's just
thing.
an interpretation whether you think it's a test
or not. 100%. I agree with you. I agree what you said. Yes, it's there. But yeah, no, I like that. I was purposely, I wasn't grilling you. Yeah. I really like that answer, and I just wanted to see, because I know you have a very engineer mind. So when I was trying to get good questions to ask you, to see how you were going to play out the answers.
All right, now let's turn this on you. What is your lesson from the last 5 years?
So I was 27 5 years ago. My biggest lesson.
What's the math on that? What are you now? 22?
22? Subtract.
I'm a decade off. Sorry, go on.
No, you're good. I knew you were going to turn it on me, so I was prepared. My biggest realization was that it is okay. Well, I would say my biggest realization is the power of the mind and soul, all connected, heart, everything. But I've spoken about that a billion times. My biggest realization, though, was that it is absolutely okay to take someone's advice. It is absolutely okay to, especially if you're seeking advice. That you definitely take it, and if you think it's going to help you, try it out, right? Especially if someone has experience doing what you want to do. It doesn't mean you have to. And the biggest thing that I learned too was not only do you not have to do things because you if you trust someone and they say something, it may be good advice, but it may not be what you want. And if you're okay with taking another path than others think that you need to take, you will be fine as long as you don't quit. Whichever way that path may go, you don't always have to do things for others too. All of those things. So not having to do things for others. I'm big on doing things because I want to do them.
That's a tough lesson because you don't want to feel
ostracized,
rude, ungrateful, selfish.
Well, I'm saying I'm saying it in the terms of let's just say you grew up with your family, right? And you take everything that very seriously, what your family says. You appreciate them, you love them. Doesn't mean you have to do what they're saying.
No, absolutely.
But I mean, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe you learn that it was the right decision, but it doesn't matter. You won't fail unless you quit. I was listening to this guy on a podcast. His name was The Unbelievable, is on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when I sent you about the duck. Unbelievable.
Oh, no shit. Yeah, that was him?
Well, I think it's their podcast.
Their podcast.
I think it's a bunch of them.
Yeah, that was hilarious. The Unbelievable.
This is a World War II Marine duck.
Yes.
That was won in a raffle or something.
Yeah.
Go look it up. It's funny. It's a funny story. Anyway.
No, yeah, it was a great story. What was it called? What was I saying? Oh, he was talking about how because he's 27. He's extremely successful. He didn't go to college. He started YouTube when he was if the math was right, probably around 12 or 14, right? That's when he started. That's when he started making videos. He started making his YouTube successful after 5 years.
I think this is different than what I was thinking of, but
okay.
Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, I think it's Unbelievable or something. Maybe I'm saying the wrong person, but
okay.
He's a 27-year-old YouTuber. He gets 28 million views, and he's making.
Talk about Mr. Beast?
No, not Mr. Beast.
Okay.
Mr. Beast is ridiculous. Mr. Beast.
Because he started at 14.
Yeah.
I think his first video was seeing how long it would take to saw through a desk with a plastic knife or something like that.
I'm still listening to the episode. It's not his podcast. He's a guest on someone's podcast. But it took him 5 years to get he considers 1 million people 1 million views to be viral. Unspeakable, not unbelievable.
I think Unbelievable was the podcast I
Was the
sent
podcast, yes. Unspeakable is his YouTube channel. But yeah, man, like he's crushing it. He's now turning it into like a production company, I think, if I understood him correctly. I may be misspeaking. But he does YouTube videos and he produces them, and he has production teams, and bro, he's making like the cars he was saying he has, and he's talking to Frisella, has the car collection of car collections, right? Yeah. It's a lot of money, but you would think it's such an unconventional way. Mm-hmm. You would think that if someone, and I don't know what his parents did, I'm not going to speak for him, he didn't mention it, but the traditional parent would be like, no, you got to do this and that, because if you're going to make YouTube videos, you're going to fail. And it's like, no, not necessarily. This guy's fucking living good. Yeah. Living good, bro. Making like $500,000 on some of those videos that make 28 million views. Yeah. The video makes $500,000. I don't know how much he makes off of it, but it's crazy, right? Like it's you don't have to listen to other people. You know. Yeah. And the power of the mind is the best one. I'm learning secrets, man. Secrets that are, in my opinion, kept from us, that we really create from here. And it's wild because not a lot of people are going to subscribe to that idea, and that's okay. You don't have to, but it's wild.
What kind of secrets are we talking about?
No, secrets of the power of the mind. Oh. The visualizing and bringing it to you, and how we get told a lot of things. Don't make assumptions. Mm-hmm. Don't make the wrong assumptions. Don't. I'm
big on that.
Yeah, don't make the wrong assumptions.
What? Don't make us.
No. You got to assume the right thing. But even because when you let me finish. Let's just say you're visualizing the success of being a billionaire. Most people be like, well, not everyone wants to be a billionaire, but if you want to do that, right?
It's you have to easy thing to for an example.
You have to make that like that assumption in you, that belief.
Okay,
assumption needs to be there, right? Or you'll never get there. But you're making the right assumption, right? Assuming. Now, here's the thing. Don't also make the wrong assumption. Because if you make the wrong assumption, it could deter you and delay you from your goals, right? You never know what's going on. You never know how God, universe, source, I say God, works to bring you what you want. But you have to stay faithful. So if anything than that, it's the faith. Am I making sense what I said?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm tracking.
But what were we going to say about the assumption?
It was a different kind of light of things. I was thinking more in the day-to-day life, talking with people, interacting with people.
Okay, yeah.
Assumptions, right? Yeah. Like, I don't think assumptions are bad to do. Like, if not, then you're
prejudging, prejudice. Yeah,
but like, I'm assuming that the person in front of me in lane looks like he's about to switch lanes, even though his signal's not on. There's certain tells, right? There's things you can assume, right?
Sure.
But like, it's assuming with confidence when you have nothing. Like,
it's faith. Yeah, assuming with confidence. But
faith. What my point is it's not healthy, or the appropriate thing to do is like, I'm assuming that person's an asshole because of how they respond. It's like, you don't know all the information, so you need to be more open-minded to it. But it's not wrong to say, okay, well, that guy was a dick to me, so that guy was probably just an asshole, but maybe he's not.
Yeah, you never know.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, and it turned out, no, that guy's actually a really nice guy, but he just watched someone die in his arms or something, and he's upset. Okay, that happens.
Yeah,
but
sure.
my point is, it's like, it's not wrong to make assumptions, but it's wrong to assume that you have all the information. Mm-hmm. So be open-minded that you may not have all the facts.
Yeah.
That's where I was thinking with assumptions.
100%.
Not in the aspect of what you were calling.
Oh, yeah, no. That's absolutely a good point. Yeah. What was I going to say I was going to say something. Damn, bro. How the fuck? It must be the limoncello.
Yeah. There you go. You're such a guinea.
Yeah. Oh, this is what I want to say. Before I get because we reach out to like billions of people.
Yeah.
Soon.
Hundreds of countries.
Yes. Hundreds of countries. When I said prejudice, because I know some people are like, did he just say prejudice? Like, it's okay to be racist? It's not what I said. When you see a bear, you prejudge that. You're being prejudiced. You don't go, hey, bear.
Yeah.
You go, oh, shit, bear. So it's like prejudging something can be good sometimes.
You're thinking bear, and I was trying to think of a way to make a gay joke that you like bears. Bear is a type of gay man. It's a really hairy, like burly.
I've never heard that term.
I watch too much TV. Yeah.
Mama bear?
I mean, That's just weird. Why is a mom big and berry? No,
the expression "mama bear."
Oh yeah,
don't fuck with the mama bear.
No, don't fuck with the mama bear. Not when she has cubs. So, how did you get to this assumption of these lessons? That was the question you asked me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Love that.
You love your own question. Just clarifying.
Joe must be arrogant. The first one with it's okay to take the other course or to stray off and not have to do what like someone like your traditional shit. That's what it is, like traditional shit. Was when I left auditing. And I left, took a huge pay cut. But I just wasn't I wasn't me there.
Yeah.
I didn't care to learn.
You're just going through the motions.
I was going through the motions, and that's when I realized I was like, yeah, it's just not good. It's not me. I'm not someone to go through the motions.
Yeah.
That was the first part. The second part about the power of the mind, I started reading a lot of books about it in a scientific aspect. And then I realized in a more religious and spiritual aspect too, that they all coincide when I started saying that I wanted things. And then I took a leap of faith. I saw this video about explaining it. And I was like, fuck, dude, like I got nothing to lose. And then I started bringing shit into my life just by like speaking it into existence or visualizing it. I'm like, oh, fuck, like this is real. And then I started hearing other people talk about it. And I was like, oh, shit, because that's like me now. Like I'm leveling up to that realization and awakening, so to speak. And I was like, oh, fuck, like there is some potency behind this.
Excuse me. Sorry.
And no, you're fine. And then I was like, oh, it must be real. And then that's when I started changing. Like, don't get me wrong, folks. I get angry.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a human being.
I'm a human being. I have my emotions. The biggest thing they say is the emotions don't manifest. It's the thoughts. So I still will get angry. I will still catch myself because this was 2 years ago. So for 30 years of my life, living on autopilot, not realizing that I was creating situations, right? To now be in control doesn't mean that sometimes I don't stray off. It's just now if I stray off, I immediately go, come back here. And I do. Whereas before it would be, and then I need to get to Hawaii, but I'm in fucking New Jersey. You know what I mean?
Gotta get back on track.
Yeah. So that's how I came to the realization. I came to that conclusion, I should say. And by the way, 5 years from now, your and mine could be different. Could be the same.
I hope they're different.
Or maybe.
Hope we've grown.
Or maybe they're the same, but then we've learned more from there. And we've added
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, folks, like I always like to say when I talk about shit like this, these are our opinions. You can agree with them. You don't have to agree with them. Do what's best for you.
And if you don't agree with them, I hope you take away some lessons that help you mature and grow your personal aspect on philosophy and outlook on life.
Yeah.
Even if they go against what we're saying, we don't force anything on you, and we hope that you find the journey that makes sense and the lessons that you need.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I love that. What else here? Dude, that's really all I had.
Yeah, man. I think that's all we need for this week.
That was perfect, dude.
Yeah.
You hit nice lessons.
We had some back-to-back banger long 3-hour episodes.
Yes,
last
we did.
2 weeks.
You saw in the last 2 weeks, episode 178. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
With Al. And then 179 with Sabrina and Jamie, the girls of Canine Cooperative.
Yes. Right on my water bottle.
If you have not seen or listened to those, they're on all platforms. Go ahead and do it. Even for your dog, like if you got dog lovers that you definitely want to watch 179. Even if you're not a dog lover like myself, doesn't mean I hate dogs. I want to clarify. I have a friend who busts my balls thinking I hate dogs just because I don't love them.
No, Joe loves my dogs.
Yes.
I can attest to that.
You're going to learn some shit, and it's going to be intriguing. Because I was like, oh, fuck am I doing?
Even if you don't have dogs, maybe you want dogs in the future, or you have friends with dogs. I think you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn. I speak so well. I speak a good English. There's a lot of really good information there, just on like dog psychology and like how to like maneuver dealing with dogs, especially dogs you don't know, and how to approach them. So the one thing they say, it's the 3-second rule. So if a dog comes up to you, let him smell you for a little bit. and if they invite you, there's a difference. They pointed out with you. The dog will let you know whether you're if he's coming up to you. That does not mean it's an invite to pet. He's trying to figure out if you're friendly or if he likes you or not. Some dogs are very friendly and just jump like Meg. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, hi! I want to say hi. Come pet me. Not every dog's like that. They'll let you know. There's tells if they're willing to accept pets from you or not. Pet them for 3 seconds, then stop, and then let them see if they're inviting you again or not. So like there's simple things there that they talk about, and there's a lot of really good stuff in there. Yeah, it's a great story on how they both got started and how they were competitors and now they're best friends and co-owners. So it's a great. I really enjoyed that one.
I enjoyed that one as well. That was episode 179. I also with 178 with Al. Al was the second time on the show. Had a lot of good conversations.
That was phenomenal. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that one was good about we touched every topic. The political climate, social climate, sales. We talked about a lot about jiu-jitsu. Being a parent, like even on his perspective, he's the parent. We're not.
Yeah, we're not. Not yet, at least. Not that we know of.
Keep my mouth shut. Go ahead if you haven't seen them. They're a lot of fun. Think about it too. From this one. Think about the last 5 years. What'd you learn? Think about the last decade.
Please, guys, put in comments what lessons you guys learned. Yes. We want to hear it. And if maybe we'll talk about it on the next episode, then it's just the duo of us. We'll talk about what lessons you guys posted.
Damn straight. Folks, we got a short one for you today, but a good one. It's all about the quality. You're listening. We'll take it from here with Joe and Timmy, episode 180. We're going to see you next week. Love you guys.